Sports Zone is headed off to Asia. Well, not really, but today we will learn two styles of martial arts deeply rooted in Asian history. I'm your host, Danielle Bellini. Join me for karate like you've never seen it before. Karate is rooted in Chinese culture. Eventually, the art made its way to Japan. Traditional Shotokan is a style of karate developed by Gichan Funakoshi, who is considered the father of modern karate. He taught many students this form of karate, and it was eventually the students that came up with the name. Shoto means pine waves, which was Funakoshi's pen name, and the Japanese kan means house. The students created a sign that said Shotokan and hung it over the entrance to the hall where Funakoshi taught. Shotokan can be broken into three parts: Kihon, which is the basics, Kata, the patterns or moves, and Kumite, which is sparring. Beginners need to demonstrate strength and power, but those who progress to brown and black belts will develop a more fluid, flowing style. But to the creator of Shotokan, it was more than just being able to throw a powerful punch or kick. Shotokan meant becoming a better and honest member of society. Students who practice, exhibit patience, and perseverance will find success throughout life. Japanese Shotokan is a sport of both physical and mental empowerment. You just heard about Japanese Shotokan, but now we're going beyond, taking it further to Chinese Shotokan with the man who created the style. Say hello to Professor Pierre. Hey, Professor.
Good afternoon, Danielle. How are you doing today?
Good.
That's good.
We're in for a treat because he is the only one who can teach you Chinese Shotokan right here in Orange County. So first, we need to know, what is it?
Well, Chinese Shotokan is a combination of more than one style of martial arts. It's actually a combination of Chinese Kung Fu, Wing Chun, in combination with the Japanese art of Shotokan. Comprised, put together, you've got Chinese Shotokan.
Chinese Shotokan.
Chinese Shotokan.
Can't wait to see more of it, but we need to get ready, and you've got me geared up. You look awesome, very cool.
You look cool too, Danielle.
Thanks. What have I got on?
Well, the first thing that I guess the student would have to do is actually purchase a uniform. We call them gis, and we have a belt that actually goes around the uniform itself. We've got pants, and we've got a jacket, and the belt actually goes around, and it ties around the individual's waist. And in your case, you've got a white belt tied around your waist.
Yes, I do. I am not wearing a black belt. I am wearing a white belt. And if you're just getting started, you're probably going with the white belt too, right?
Yes, definitely. All doubts. You are going with the white belt. But eventually, and through testing, you'll gradually progress from white belt, which I have up here, then the yellow belt, and then the green belt, purple, some cases the brown, probationary black belt, and eventually the black belt, which everybody's trying to get.
That is the ultimate goal, and to get there, you need hard work, dedication, practice, and equipment. So what do we even need?
Well, first of all, because of the legalities and troubles that some of the martial arts schools have gotten into in the past, they've come up with all kind of protective gears. This here happens to be a chest protective gear, which goes around the student or the student to protect the student from any blows that might be thrown at the student's chest.
He is a trickster. I gotta watch you because I feel like you're fast and furious. I don't know what's coming at us today, guys. A board, we've got the board.
A board, yeah, this is called a Makawara board. The purpose of this board is to strengthen one's punch and wrist. And what a student does is they actually make contact by actually punching the board itself. And what it does is it toughens your knuckles and gets you prepared for the punch and kicks that are being thrown at you.
So it toughens you up.
Yes, you can punch at it if you care to.
Yeah?
Of course.
Ready, guys? Can I do it?
Ooh.
Ow! We're gonna get some more advanced tips later on.
Yes,
and
we
show
are.
me this, because we've seen a lot of cool things. I'm sure your eyes are going to these fancy things, these advanced martial art weapons, but you probably wouldn't learn about this in your first class.
As a rule, we don't teach weapons in the first class. because weapons in itself is an extension of someone's body, and it's more of an extensionism. So what we do is first we teach a person how to deal with themselves, with their limbs, their arms and fingers, and once the kid becomes more advanced, or the adult, then we go into some weapons. This particular weapon is used by law enforcement all throughout the United States now. This weapon right here is called a tonfa, and law enforcement use this weapon all day long.
Tonfa.
A tonfa.
So this is something to look forward to, a tonfa.
Yeah, if you go into law enforcement or inside a martial arts school, it is.
And today we're going to stick, though, to the basics, kicking, punching. Show me this.
Oh, well, this is interesting. This is called a Wave Master. And the purpose of the Wave Master is it's got 320 pounds of water in it. So it's got a lot of buoyancy. And
Ooh.
it just bounces back and forth. And what happens is the student can strengthen here, or you can punch it. And
oh, it's harder than it looks.
Yes, it is.
You made it move. I didn't.
You're making it move, Danielle. And you can also execute some kicks, too. There you go.
Harder, though, right?
There you go.
I think I'll wait for the lesson.
You'll get the lesson pretty soon.
And the boards are so cool. Everyone knows the boards, I'm sure.
Yeah, everybody knows the boards. I mean, the boards are something that a lot of kids that we use in terms of confidence builder, booster. You know, your kid's able to break a board, it makes them feel real good.
Wow! You think I'll be able to do that by the end of the show?
No.
This one's crazy. This sports zone's out of control with Professor Pierre. Oh my goodness. You're going to go over our nutrition tip. We're going to recover, and then we're going to try to break some boards when we see you in just a minute.
We'll be right
Professor.
back. Thank you, Danielle.
Hi, my name is Cindy Mondellis, and I work with the Orange County University of Florida IPES Extension as a nutrition agent. And boy, do I have a healthy snack for you. Today with me, I have my helpers, Siobhan and Bethany. And we're gonna make a turkey cheddar wrap with spiced yogurt dip. You guys ready? Yeah. Okay, well the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna work on the spiced yogurt dip. So I'm gonna pour in a half a cup, and that's just about a half a cup, of plain, low-fat or fat-free yogurt. I'm gonna put in the raisins, and I'm gonna pour in the curry powder. And then go ahead and mix. All right, you girls are ready? Because we have the wrap to continue with. All right, now, first thing we're going to do is get a little bit of that and put that in the center. Make sure it's enough to spread around. Okay, go ahead. Now you want to spread the spice dip in a circular motion and leave about 1 inch room to the edge. Okay? Very good. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and do the same. So circular motion up until the edge. About it. There we go. Make sure the raisins get spread enough. Okay, and then we're gonna go in this order, guys. Okay? First, let's get our cheddar cheese. Sprinkle your cheddar cheese. Then your turkey. Then your baby spinach. And the final layer is the carrots, shredded carrots. All right, now, we're gonna have to roll it, so make sure we roll it tightly to close our turkey wrap. Yeah, this is gonna be a little challenge, but I think we can do it. Okay. Now, let's cut the turkey wrap diagonally. Do you see that? Nice little... Okay. Let's take a bite. What do you think? Very
Really
good. Awesome. So you guys have any questions?
Can you use any other spices?
Oh, sure you can. You can use cumin, you can use turmeric, whatever spice you'd like to, experiment with. Pretty much, the spice dip was just an alternative to plain old mayonnaise. Do you have a question?
What do I look for when I'm looking for a wheat tortilla?
Very good question. Well, it's very important that you turn the back and read the nutrition fact label. And with the ingredients, make sure the first words you see are whole wheat. That indicates that the product itself is a wheat product. This recipe can be found in the Simply Florida Cookbook, which is sponsored by the Florida Extension Association of Family Consumer Sciences. My name is Cindy Mondellis, and that's your nutrition tip. I'm gonna have some more. Cheers.
We just watched Professor Pierre break this very board over his head. Well done, Professor Pierre.
Thank you, Danielle. Thank you.
Did you guys know at home that Professor Pierre is a two-time world champion in the martial arts? He's been teaching students for over 50 years, 10th degree red belt. What else? You've seen him maybe in some martial arts movies. So Professor Pierre, tell us, you've dedicated your life to the martial arts. What are some of your career highlights?
Some of my career highlights include being on Merv Griffin, Johnny Carson show. I've been on Sports World, Wide World of Sports. I've acquired a 10th degree. I've got my own production in terms of my magazine, online magazine called Martial Arts Warriors. I've produced and host the parade, first martial arts parade here in the state of Florida, just to name a few things.
Just to name a few. Did you
Yeah.
catch that, everyone? Well, today we want to become martial arts warriors. So in your class, what's the first thing you have the students do?
Well, the first thing that we actually do is when a kid comes into the class is we teach them the proper way of bowing in or greeting, and that's a form of showing respect and then condition their mind for the discipline and the work that they're about ready to get into.
And I bet some exercises involved as well.
Oh, definitely, because of, it's not just the mind thing. The mind, once the mind gives off the commands, then I guess the body's got to follow too as well.
Push-ups, rolls.
We got push-ups, sit-ups, jumping jacks, and all kinds of good stuff. Roll-outs, roll-ins, and a whole bunch of stuff.
A lot of strength training for what we're about to do right now. Some kicks and punches. So let's get to it. Let's get to the bag.
Let's get to it. Anyway, Danielle, this bag here is called a Wave Master or Power Line. It's got 320 pounds of liquid water in it. So it creates a buoyancy. Every time you push it, it comes back to you.
So we got to move 320 pounds of water. I'm ready.
Yes, ma'am. Well, all you would have to do actually is get into a stance.
Okay.
And from that particular stance, what we do is we execute kicks.
Kicks. Okay.
Kicks.
I'm going to come over here and do it with you.
Now, Danielle, just make sure you don't kick down here because it doesn't move at all.
And give it some oomph. Give it some gusto.
Yeah, get some gusto and just, okay, that looks good.
When performing a front kick, make sure to flex your toes toward the ceiling. Use the ball of your foot to make contact. This will prevent injury. When punching, the thumb should rest on the outside of your index finger on the second bend from the tip. Make contact with your middle knuckles to prevent the wrist from bending left or right.
And that's, I bet, where the sit-ups and all the stuff
Oh,
before
yes.
and the push-ups
And
come in handy.
And the good thing about it, it doesn't hit your back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless I punch it.
Hey, then that's on you.
What else? I see this, the black tiger. Does someone
Yeah.
actually get in there and you've
Yeah.
got
As a matter of
teams?
fact, strangely enough, my nickname is the Black Tiger.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
All right, Professor Pierre / Black Tiger.
Yeah. So what we do with this is actually we take a student, I get a student, and we actually get the person to put this on.
All right, let's do
Over
it.
the person. And,
Hello.
And now he or she is prepared to sustain kicks and punches coming at them.
Oh, wait, you're going to kick me right now?
No, I'm not going to kick you. I'm going to kick at this apparatus right here.
All right, how do I have to stand?
Well, you can stand that way, or you can stand in a frontal stance, which gives you more balance.
More balance?
Yeah.
Okay.
And all we simply do is
Oh, man. Do it again. Let
Do
me
it
see. I
again.
got to get
Yeah.
better balance. You lucky I didn't go over, Professor.
Me too.
Can we swap out? Let's see if I can
yeah.
get you down.
Why not?
So in class, you actually have two people doing this together. So you've got
Yeah.
partners. Oh, this is fun. But you need this because you can't just kick.
Yeah, but just make sure the target is here, Danielle.
Here, right up.
Yeah. Hold it. Hold
So
it.
right on the top.
I'm scared of you.
He's scared of me. Oh,
Whoa,
neat,
whoa.
neat. Easy, Professor Pierre. I don't
Okay,
want to hurt you.
there you go. Throw some kicks, Danielle. Ah, go ahead. Oh, watch my face.
Very good, Professor Pierre. That's so cool. What a fun class. I bet it's intense. What do you need your mindset to be when you're in the class? Like, you'll be real focused, I'm sure.
Very focused. Just think about the fact that you're here and you're learning self-defense, and just as important, you're having fun.
Having fun. Well, we're having fun today, and I made a big promise earlier that I would break a board. Can you teach me how to do that before we go?
I sure can.
All right, let me get it. Here it is. I'm just going to do one, though. We got two here.
Of course.
I don't even know what I got myself into here.
Yes, you do.
All right.
What you simply do is you get your hand, put your hand in this form.
Okay.
You're trying to make contact now with this portion of your hands right here.
Okay.
Not the fingers, but here, right here.
All right.
And now your objective is to hit right here, dead center.
Okay.
Okay? So what
Ready?
we normally do at times, though, we take once or twice, and then the third try, we actually go through it.
All
A ki or a scream kind of helps it too.
Here we go.
You give it a little ki, a little yell, and
Oh, well, yell.
yeah.
Here we
And
go,
just
Professor, right in the middle.
dead center like here.
Never tried this before.
Okay.
One,
Aha.
two.
Aha.
Yeah!
Whoa!
Ah, wow! I never thought I'd do it.
I never thought you would either.
How cool. We are going to Barnett Park. That's where Professor Pierre teaches, and then we'll see you back here. Barnett Park is located at 4801 West Colonial Drive, which puts it right next to the Central Florida Park grounds. Barnett is a large park at 159 acres, which provides multiple areas for recreation. If you have your bat and ball with you, you can play some softball at one of the two softball fields on location. There is also an 18-hole frisbee disc golf course that is challenging as well as entertaining. If you are into golf, but more of the traditional kind, there is also a golf practice facility on site. For the little ones, there are several different playgrounds scattered throughout the park. Near one of the playgrounds are some outdoor basketball courts if you feel like shooting some hoops. Barnett has multiple picnic areas if you want to make an afternoon out of it, and you can do a little fishing too. If you are with a group, you can have some fun at the sand volleyball court. If skateboarding is more your style, drop in at the skate park. Sports Zone's own martial arts guru, Professor Pierre, also teaches lessons at the Rec Center at Barnett Park. This park is sure to fulfill all of your recreation needs. Barnett Park is open from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. For more information about Barnett Park, call 407-836-6248. All right, guys, we're not done yet. We're headed off to one more dojo to learn a different style of martial art. Aikido, it's not about kicking and punching. It's the samurai way. Say hello to, and I'm about to say a few words in Japanese here, Renshi Luis Santos Shihan. Hi, Sensei.
How you doing? Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. And I said a few honorable titles in that name. Tell everyone what Renshi and Shihan means.
Renshi is a samurai title given by the government of Japan, directed by the Dai Nippon Budokukai, and Renshi means highly attained warrior.
Well, congratulations. And
Thank you.
Shihan?
Shihan is a certificate of title, so it's teacher of teachers.
Well, we are learning from a teacher of teachers today. You've been teaching for 14 years, studying Aikido for 25, and everyone at home, you should know that Sensei is a 6th degree black belt. How cool. So tell us about Aikido. How did it get started?
Aikido is a Japanese martial art, and it's not that old, less than 100 years. The founder was Mohei Ueshiba.
And why did he start Aikido? What was he so interested
Aikido
in?
came from Daito-ryu Aikijitsu, which is a really hard style of Aikido. So he wanted something soft to kind of bring everybody together, not worry about not worry about battle and war, and just some harmony and peace for everybody, for the world.
What is that difference of Aikido from the other martial arts?
Well, other martial arts are really offensive. Aikidos are more defense, so you can't use it to hurt someone. You have to be attacked in order to use it. So you're using the other person's strength and weight against themselves.
We are going to learn some techniques in a bit, but first, let's go over the uniform. You and I look a little bit different, maybe beginner, more advanced.
Yeah, something like that, similar. That's a traditional white karate gi that we use in Aikido. Some people prefer the judo gi because we do a lot of grabbing and stuff like that. And these pants are hakama pants. They look like a skirt, but they're actually a pair of pants. You kind of hide the foot movement, which direction I'm traveling. And mostly 99% of the students who wear these are black belt and above.
And I've noticed not everyone has this.
That's correct.
That's true.
Is the Japanese Hmong of the Dai Nippon Budokukai.
Ah, this is great.
Japan.
We are learning so much, and by the end, maybe we'll learn a little Japanese too.
Absolutely.
The tools, let's go over these because I see your students have a few of the tools. I can't wait to see what they can do with them.
Absolutely. The first one's called the Jo. It's about 1 inch in diameter and about shoulder length, and we use this as pair practice also. It's very good, made out of Japanese wood. And it's a very subtle instrument that we use.
So you use those when you're working together then in
Exactly, in
pairs?
pair practice. We also have the, it's called a Bokto or Bokken, which is a Japanese wooden sword. And we also use this as pair practice. Okay?
This is
about
much
27
different.
inches long, yeah. And then we have, once you achieve a nice high level and you understand these two wooden ones, then we can move you up to the actual samurai sword, but it's called an Iaido blade, which is not a sharp blade at all. It's about 27 to 28 inches long. All the traditional Japanese fittings, it's not sharp at all, so you won't cut yourself. But there's a groove here. With that groove, it'll make a nice sound, a cutting motion. That means you're doing the correct sound.
This looks so sharp, but it's not.
But it's not.
Now, I know everyone watching wants to have a lesson with this, but that's not happening because this is our first Aikido lesson, so we're going to dumb it down and do the basics. So will you teach me a few things without
Absolutely.
the tools?
Sure, definitely.
Let's
Ernesto?
get the mat. Great. So this is Ernesto.
This is Ernesto.
Nice to meet you.
Okay. First thing we're going to teach you is one of the parry motions that we call Suriage.
Suriage. Got that, everyone? Suriage.
Okay. Start with your right foot forward. Okay. Your hands down, making the triangle position. And as he comes overhead strike, what you're going to do is extend your hands to his forehead. You're going to not bend your elbows, nice and tight. Okay. Keep it there until the strike goes by. Once the strike goes by, I'll direct you to the next motion. Okay. So stay right there, very relaxed. He'll come in Shomenuchi. Good. Now, you take center.
Okay.
Okay, let's do that again one more time.
So is that 2 steps? Do I go 1 and then 2?
That's
so
correct.
1 and 2. Ernesto's laughing right now. I know all you guys are too, but I'm going to do it. Ready?
Good.
Like that?
There you go. Good. Awesome.
Sweet.
The next one we're going to do is called Kosodori Taino Tenkan Kokyonage, which is a cross hand grab.
Okay.
You're going to step and turn, and then you're going to throw him. All right? All right, so get in how many position again? How many position? You're going to offer the right side.
Okay.
He comes in and grab. You're going to step and turn. This hand comes underneath his right. Step and turn.
Step and turn.
Hands extended.
Okay.
Now you're going to pretend to make a roll. Palms down for the throw.
Ready?
Go.
Here we go. Go.
There you go. All right.
That was awesome, Ernesto, though I have a feeling that you added some flair to it. I don't know. I gotta get some more energy around me. That was so neat. And is this something that you do in class? Like,
Absolutely.
what is your class like?
Our class is that when we come in, we do the traditional bowing. And then after that, everything is hands-on in Aikido. So we'll learn all the parry motions, all the foot motions for the first 2 levels.
What is Aikido all about? It seems like it's so much more than just the movement, energy. It sounds like there's a lot of culture and history to it.
Definitely. It's a Japanese-based culture, and all the principles of the Japanese people is involved in Aikido. And, you know, with the respect and the discipline and honorable and the loyalty, it just brings it all together. You build a tremendous bond with your students because they have to put the time in. And when you put that much time in art, you build that rapport, you build that respect, you build that loyalty. And that's what kind of attracted me to this art.
So how much time are we talking about? An hour here, an hour there?
About an hour and a half, minimum twice a week. But you have to stay consistent. If you don't stay consistent, you can reach a plateau and then you kind of stay there. But the ones that really put in 3 times a week, consistently, you can see tremendous results.
So you have to have a lot of focus. So what age do you encourage the people who are watching at home to take Aikido or to start studying?
Well, there's no really age limit, but the students have to have a good attention span. So I'm thinking 12 years old on up. So that's what I take. Yeah,
so around the 7th or 8th grade.
That's correct.
And how many people are in a class with you?
Between 8 and 10.
8 and 10. So and then they pair up. So you have even numbers?
Right, have even numbers. If we don't have an even number, then they'll multiple exchange.
And girls and boys? Well, you saw me do it. So girls, yes, and we saw the guys do it.
Absolutely.
So
the girls are even better than the boys because they don't have no muscle or strength. So they really have to use pure technique.
I don't know if that was an insult or a compliment.
That's a compliment.
And what is it like? Just walk us through. I saw the people coming into your class. It seems calm. And then what are the levels of the class? It's about an hour and a half. So what is it like?
Hour and a half, we kind of divide them. Depending on what level we have, we kind of have the beginners in one corner, one of the assistant instructors, and then we have an intermediate class that I normally teach. So, you know, we'll have 2 classes going on at once.
And then if people want to come to class, you should know that we are learning from a master sensei. Tell everyone, you are a self-defense world champion. Talk about that.
Yes, the U.S. Open here in Orlando, Florida, in the Disney Resort. It's called the ISK U.S. Open Self-Defense Champion. I won it 4 years in a row. I competed with people all over the world. Now, yes, 4 years. In Aikido, there's no competition, but this was an opportunity where they had a self-defense where we can actually display with our own students. And that's the only reason why we got involved with that.
So that's important to clarify, that it's not really a championship. You're not going to go compete against others. It's sort of a competition against yourself.
Right.
Huh.
Exactly.
And then also, not only are you a world champion, you've trained with Steven Seagal, who brought Aikido to the big screen. What was that like?
It was great. It was a great experience. I kind of looked at the magazine. It was an Aikido Today magazine. And I saw his picture and I said, man, what do I do, to get involved? Because I was already a black belt at the time. So I kind of saw his name there and I saw a couple of schools. So I called and they told me to go to this school. So I met Haru Matsuoka Sensei, and that's how it all started.
And that's only one of your instructors in Aikido and Sword throughout your career.
That's
so we've
correct.
got to say a big arigato to you. And how do we get a hold of you if we want to come to class and start learning Aikido?
Well, look at me at the MySpace/Shobukan Dojo, or shobukandojo.net.
That was very fast. We'll put it on the screen so we can hear it one more time. And arigato to you and all of you. It is time for the Sports Zone Fun Fact. What does the word kumite mean in Japanese? A, jumping. B, attacking. C, a series of movements. Or D, sparring. The answer is D, sparring. There are different types of kumite, like ippon, which is one-step sparring, and jiu, which is free sparring. The types of kumite you practice depend on your rank. After a day of Aikido and Chinese Shotokan, maybe we're working our way up to this. Did we get it yet?
No, Danielle, you don't get it yet.
The black belt, we've got a long way to go. So how do we get a hold of you for more lessons?
You can reach me at pierschineseshotokan.com or Orange County Parks and Recreation, Barnett Park, 407-836-6252.
Well, it's been a great day. We know from Professor Pierre to expect the unexpected. You are intense. I can only imagine how you're about to close out our show.
I sure am. And kids, do not try this at home.
Well, good luck to you, and we'll see you next time on Sports Zone.
Thank you.